Hey, everybody. I realize that the little line right they'll often have no problem. But in the meantime, see, now they're gone. Hi, I hope you're having a great day. Still morning, so I feel good about it. If you haven't been following what's been going on, we just finished up a 7-day challenge, which felt so fortuitous during the week of tumultuousness that we had last week. I felt so blessed that we were able to hold a space for women to come together of different opinions and different sides of the different issues while we had so much drama, so much inner conflict and outer conflict going on in the world. It just really felt like we were making a stand for a more peaceful way of living, direction. The idea behind the challenge was, and it's based on trauma science and the science of how we actually change as people. And so every day we had a different umbrella: home, family, intuition, health, wealth, relationships, spirit. And then we not only kind of opened our mind to new ideas from conversations with thought leaders and geniuses and coaches and healers from around the world, but then whenever there was that resistance that comes up of me, well, I just don't agree with that. Every time that something that came in this magical week, we would get the stress off of our system. And it would leave, because when you are agitated and you purposely do something that changes the direction, that puts you in a good mood, your body actually finally detoxes that stress that maybe it's been holding on since the first time you got mad about whatever you got mad about, which could have been, when you were 2 years old. Who knows? You don't know. You're not necessarily going to remember. So we spent the week detoxing our emotions so that we could be balanced and have these conversations, which can be difficult, push buttons, which can be difficult. And I'm going to tell you one of the keys of this 7-day challenge. One of the keys was we tried very hard to create a space where everyone knew that they were welcome to be more of their authentic self. We kept the topics, generally pretty much non-political and we didn't go into those things. We dealt with the things which are closer to home, family, relationships, ideas, things that have to do with us. And everyone really respected that let's focus on the core of why we're here, which is to try to become more balanced, loving human beings. So during this week, we were able to hold each other safe and help each other through the process and the traumas that were going on around our nation, from, this ripple effect to everyone. And because of that, we were able to find more and more women were able to find that sense of peace inside of themselves and gratitude that they now are starting to have some control over their own body's reactions. And finally, things to get us out of that fight or flight place to help our body heal, so we don't have to live in that high stressed, high anxious place anymore. So when you create a meditation room for yourself, you need to do the same thing for you. The meditation room is your gift to yourself. And you don't have to meditate in it. It can be a place where you do arts and crafts, which, by the way, is meditating. It could be maybe the place you scrapbook, which is meditating. Maybe it's the place you listen to music. It's meditating. Whenever you come back to center, whenever you come back to yourself and relax, that is meditation. So you want to create a room that helps you be as comfortable and authentic as you can be. Something that isn't filled with things that will push your buttons, but instead are filled with happy photos of good times, books that you love to read that, sometimes you just pick up and turn to a chapter. Beauty like quilts, that my mom's made. Gifts that people have given me because they care about me. Drums to remind me of the sacredness and all the ceremonies and rituals I've been a part of. If you're going to start this new year out right, you have to give yourself the biggest gift of all, which is to come back to you, come back to your home, come back to yourself. And if you don't know what that looks like, if you don't even quite know who you are, just start with something that makes you happy. Fresh flowers, maybe a lamp that you polished yourself, maybe a special crystal that you found in a river. You have to follow the things that make you feel good, because if they make you feel good, they'll let you be your best, most authentic version of yourself that you can be. And the more time you spend in this space where you're centered and authentic, then the more centered and authentic you become in all spaces in your life. And when you do this, you become the person that you always wanted to be in a relationship with. You become the woman you've always wanted to spend time with, because you're surrounding yourself with almost a healing chamber, a space that's designed to help you come back to center. And maybe you haven't been in center for a very long time. Maybe you've only been in center for glimpses or seconds or moments. But you have the potential to be in that center pretty much all of your life. The body is 80% supposed to be in that relaxed, authentic space, and only 20% supposed to be in the place where you feel you're wearing a mask, or you're trying to control yourself, or internally you're overreacting and stressing out and, paddling like mad, but externally you look cool and as everything's going fine. That's actually a disconnect. That's actually trauma getting in the way of you being authentic. Because you should be able to live in a world, you should have an environment and a reality around you where if you're sad, you can be sad. And there are things around you that will bring you out of that sadness because they remind you of joy. If you're angry, you deserve to be angry. And then to surround yourself with things that remind you how destructive anger can sometimes be, or how you can channel anger into something that's passionate. The only difference is just a few degrees between excitement and rage, and you can shift it. You can shift it to the excitement and to the passion. You have that ability. When you start purposely creating healing spaces for yourself, healing chambers, meditation rooms, your life will get better just from that very fact. And the more time you spend in that room, the better you'll feel. And the better you feel, the better choices you make. The more authentic you'll be in other areas of your life. The more open you'll be to new ideas and change. The more hopeful you'll feel. You are creating a healing chamber for yourself by filling it with things that let you be comfortable and let you feel authentic. And if it's something that other people might not agree with, that start out with privately tucking those things away, keeping them safe for yourself. You don't have to invite conflict into your home, into your sacred space. So you're allowed to keep things private. You're allowed to keep things secret. You don't have to force anything. So create a space that brings out the authentic, sincere version of you that you like the best. And spend a lot of time with her in that room. And that's really the secret to this 7-day challenge. When you spend a lot of time in the room of care and safety and love, you're able to finally break out of your seed and grow and then blossom and create more seeds. All right? So I hope you have a great rest of your day. If you're looking forward to having an experience like this that's extended to 7 weeks, follow the link above. We're going to be starting it at the end of January. And it's a place and a space and an incubator and a healing space where you honestly, sincerely become the most authentic version of yourself that you can be. It's a jump start that finally gives you the foundation you were supposed to learn when you were a child, but didn't because you came from a dysregulated family. So now we're going to teach you because now they know how to do it. All right? So 7 weeks and you can totally become the Zen, lovable person that you know you are. Have a great rest of your day, okay?